Okay, I think we're good. So, alright guys, my name is Jacob Miller. Welcome back to the Jacob Show. Today we are finally doing part 2 of the new Star Wars Rewrite Trilogy. Now, before you say, Jacob, where was last Friday's video? I want to tell you that I'm sorry, okay? I forgot to record it. My mind was in another place, another era, another time. And time didn't exist. So yes, we are now here. Well, I am here recording this video today, this late. And yeah, we're stuck. But anyways, yeah. First of all, if you haven't seen the first part of this Star Wars Trilogy Rewrite, then check the icon on the upper right part of the screen. There you get to see the first part where we rewrite The Force Awakens and The Last Jedi. And also spoilers for The Rise of Skywalker, The Last Jedi, and The Force Awakens, because people apparently haven't seen those movies. It's very, very frustrating to have to repeat myself over and over and say a spoiler, even though if you haven't even seen The Force Awakens, The Last Jedi, and The Rise of Skywalker, then it's just kind of your fault if you get spoiled. I'm sorry, I don't make the rules. But yeah, let's go get started. So, a little bit of a catch-up. If you remember from The Last Jedi rewrite that we did, I suggested that we replace Palpatine with Snoke. You know, so that way, like, we can have the idea of Snoke being a clone, but still have Snoke present in the story, not just written off in, like, the second movie of this entire trilogy. It's fine. Also, we will be getting rid of the stupid kiss and removing Rey Skywalker. I will explain those two later, but I actually want to focus on the stupid kiss, actually. My lord, Kylo Ren and Rey kissing was... What is wrong with you, Disney, you bigots. My lord. As we also got an important after credits scene. Now, about that one, the important after credits scene. I suggest that you watch Nando V Movies, and his video about this part. He actually goes in more depth, and I actually agree with his rewrite or his addition to the movie. But yeah, we are going to explain everything else in this entire video. So let's start off with replacing the Knights of Ren with Captain Phasma. Okay, so originally, Kylo Ren had the Knights of Ren hunt down Rey and her friends in order to take them in for an interrogation. The problem with the Knights of Ren is that they felt useless and forced, as if Disney and Star Wars company wanted to please the fans after the disappointment that was The Last Jedi. Yes, I said that. Moving on. So instead of the Knights of Ren, we get the return of Captain Phasma. That's kind of the reason why I kept Captain Phasma alive at the end of The Last Jedi. If you remember from part 1 on the Last Jedi section, I mentioned the fact that we'll be keeping Captain Phasma alive. I think I mentioned it, or maybe it was like on the slide written down. Yeah, it was, yeah. But we're moving on. Why am I doing this, and how could this make this movie or trilogy better? First of all, this redeems her character. and it makes her more of a threat, and it removes the uselessness of the Knights of Ren. Because if you remember back in The Force Awakens and The Last Jedi, the Force Awakens made Captain Phasma kind of useless. Like she was literally built up to be this like incredible fighter, incredible warrior woman. But then in like The Force Awakens, all that she did was just tell people what to do and was caught and revealed plans. And then you have the Last Jedi, which yes, we did get to see her fight as well as her combat skills, but then she fell into a pit of fire and died. She was just another Boba Fett in this trilogy. Now, this is what I like to call the Boba Fett effect, to where you introduce a character who looks awesome, who you say is awesome, and who has awesome abilities, awesome weaponry, but is ultimately useless and is taken down with relative ease. We see this with Jango Fett, Boba Fett, as well as Captain Phasma. So how do we redeem her from that? Well, we replace Captain Phasma with we replace the Knights of Ren with Captain Phasma, because it makes her more of a threat, makes her look more capable, and gives her more of a personality instead of, oh, I'm caught, let me just tell you the plans or the location of this particular thing, or, oh, I'm going to fight you, but then I'm going to fall into a pit of fire as you see part of my face because you knocked a chip off of my mask. I have a lot of problems with Captain Phasma. It's very, very present. But yeah, okay. The Grey Jedi. I love this more. I love this so much. But anyways, so, originally, Rey defeats Palpatine by merging herself, or at least it looks like that she's merging herself, with the Force spirits of the dead Jedi from the previous 8 movies as well as the previous 2 TV shows, that being the Clone Wars and Rebels. And of course, Rey kills Palpatine. This is lazy writing, because apparently we see that Rey was somewhat tapping into the dark side of the Force, and Rey is the granddaughter of Palpatine. More on the whole lazy writing thing. It's just, that's such a, I hate to say it, but Mary Sue! If you guys don't know, Mary Sue is essentially a term used in film or in writing, to where you have this strong woman who could apparently beat somebody, who could apparently beat somebody with relative ease, and this somebody is this person who is a master at a certain skill or a certain combat style or a certain weapon. Like, for example, some random girl beats Batman. Yeah. And I'm not saying like some superpowered woman. I mean some random thug that is a female beats Batman. And Batman's like, "Oh, I'm going to have you be the new Robin or the new Batwoman." Yeah. Or another big thing, Rey somehow using the Force and is able to go toe-to-toe with Kylo Ren, a man who trained with Luke Skywalker, a master at the Force, and of course a master at the whole lightsaber dueling, and yet Rey over here is like, I don't have any experience with the Force or even a lightsaber, but I can still beat you. He just stands toe-to-toe with him. It's like, Mary Sue! So, how do we change this? How do we change that whole lazy writing aspect? Well, here's my change. we make Rey into a Grey Jedi instead of her using the Force ghosts to win. She uses the... Now, this is how she beats Palpatine or Snoke. By of course, using the Force Lightning ability that Palpatine has. Because of course, within the movie... like within the movie, originally she is the daughter of the granddaughter of Palpatine, but in this rewrite, we can still have her use the Force Lightning ability. Why? Because the Force Lightning ability is a Darkseid ability. It has been stated. It has been used by other Darkseid wielders, and it has been stated in not only the old Republic games, but in the comics, and I think as well inside the books, that of course Force Lightning is a Darkseid ability. So we have Rey be a Grey Jedi, and of course the entire idea of the Grey Jedi is that the Grey Jedi is the perfect balance between the light side and the dark side of the Force. The Grey Jedi is supposed to be the person or the being in the prophecy of bringing balance to the Force. So, what will this do to make this movie better or make this trilogy better? First of all, removes a stupid plot twist, and we can also get rid of the stupid kiss. Yay! And it also fixes the new trilogy's continuity, since of course the Force Awakens has her discovering the Force. I want to say it's the Last Jedi has her building up not only her light side ability to use the Force, but her dark side ability to use the Force. And then the Rise of Skywalker is her finally just using both sides of the Force without there being a struggle. And we can have this struggle of the light side and the dark side trying to sway her to like either side of the Force. We could have that internal struggle where it's like, oh, are you a dark side wielder or are you a light side wielder? There is no middle path. You have to choose. And then Rey's like, I will make my own path, and then a Grey Jedi. But yeah, let's go ahead and move on. The final scene of this entire movie, originally, the final scene of the movie, we have her burying Luke and Leia's lightsabers. And then I guess that she decides to live there on Tatooine, and she dubs herself the last name of Skywalker. While yes, I do somewhat enjoy this scene a tad bit because of nostalgia, there was one major flaw. I feel like Rey didn't earn the name Skywalker. She never necessarily proved herself to be a Skywalker. Sure, she defeated Palpatine. She, I guess, merged herself with the Force Ghosts, and she beat Kylo. I don't. Or is implied to probably have some liking towards Kylo Ren, and then it's like, I guess weird thing. I don't know. Why did she have the last name Skywalker? But yeah, so instead of that, the final scene should be this. We cut to, I want to say, 5 or 10 years later. Rey is running her own Jedi temple on Tatooine. You know, the planet where it all began. And, of course, we see Finn going back to the Force Kid from The Last Jedi to free him and get him to the new Jedi Temple on Tatooine. We could have this like Jedi Temple be named like the Skywalker Jedi Academy or the Skywalker Jedi Temple. I don't know, something fan servicey for everybody. So, how does this rewrite, how did this change make the movie or the trilogy better? Well, it brings back the kid from the final scene of The Last Jedi, which then makes The Last Jedi actually important, because if you remember, there was a broomstick kid who used the Force to grab a broomstick. And, like, at the end of The Last Jedi. Like, literally the final scene of The Last Jedi, you see this kid on this planet. He uses the Force on this broomstick, and he's like, yep, I'm a Force wielder. Woo! And no one's like, okay, that's cool, but this movie still blows. Which I agree. And it also ties to Finn being force sensitive, because apparently in the Rise of Skywalker we see that Finn's like, I think I'm force sensitive, which is actually very, very neat, because we actually see that in The Force Awakens, where everyone's like, wait a minute, this new kid, this Finn, is he a Force wielder? Is he a Jedi? What? And stuff, and like, we thought that he was gonna be the main character, but no, it was Rey. Big twist at the time, which got me hyped. But yeah, I like the idea of Finn being Force sensitive, so we still have Finn being Force sensitive. Why is Rey running her own Jedi Temple? Because we still need to have like Skywalker fixed into this movie. Because we still need Skywalker to be fixed into the whole movie in general. So I just thought that, hey, maybe Rey should build a Jedi Temple or a Jedi Academy and have it be named after Skywalker or something. Is that all, actually? Oh, yeah. Yeah, it is. Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be it for today. That is my entire rewrite of the new Star Wars trilogy. Did you guys like it? Did you guys agree? Do you have any changes in mind? Let me know in the comment section below. Use your final smash on that like button. And, of course, subscribe if you are new or a fan of Star Wars. And of course, tap that notification bell to be notified of all new videos. Anyways, my name is Jacob Miller. Next time, we're going to get a ShowaBattle between Thanos and Darkseid, and why one certain gray stone-skinned man with blue armor wrecks a purple raisin. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.